Alright guys, welcome to the Flawless Mountie podcast. Today I've got an interview I've had with the Art of Deception web series. We got into a lot of in-depth, behind-the-scenes looks on this web series that is coming out later this year. I personally followed these guys on Instagram a few months ago just based on their look, based on what the screenplay is looking like. Everything just looked beautiful to me, so I followed it, and then I got into a little bit of the story, and I fell even more in love with it. I connected with Michael Gibson, the director, writer, producer of this series, and yeah, we set up this conference call. We had 9 of the cast and crew on this conference call. I hardly talk in this episode. We just have a great conversation. I kind of lead it in one direction, and then they take off, and it was so great. I had a great time recording this episode. Thank you so much to everybody who was on this podcast with me, everybody at The Art of Deception, and thank you guys for tuning in and listening. I hope you enjoy this episode, and yeah, without any further ado, I introduce The Art of Deception.
Sure, this is Ben Cruz from Art of Deception, director, writer, also co-writer with KJ, which is playing Christian, and a co-director with Retreat with Lighter Productions, and also we recruited Stein to play Chung, Jesse to play Leakin, also Tremont to play Harvey, Raymond, which is played by Munchie, D-Money to play Gabriel, and also Crystal to play Mia. And I'm also playing Lewis, which is inside the Art of Deception, which is the son of Ray. Did I miss anybody? Yeah, I pretty much got it down back, man. Oh, okay. So y'all can join me. Y'all can take it from there. Tell them about y'all characters and whatnot.
Yeah, if everybody wants to go through and introduce themselves, that'd be an interesting way to do it and see. Yeah.
Well, I'm the big boss here. Let me go ahead and introduce myself first and foremost. My name is Tremont, a.k.a. Harvey. Just let you know here, pretty much the true gangster, lay down, law rules of the business. He's kind of a old school cat, but he's learning the ropes of the streets in a different way, instead of the basic, bad drugs, however policy and flow that it normally goes. We're learning a new way to hustle and make money. So that's what Harvey does. That's who I am.
Hi, I'm KJ, Kashana Johnson. I play Christian. I am the sister of Sean and Lewis. Raymond plays my father. My character is all messed up. She is she's a stable-minded young lady, but being in a family full of guys like Sean and Lewis, it messes with her because she's their hitman, in a sense, and she wants to get out the life, but how that go. But yeah, I'm excited for playing this role, and I am having a ball writing this script with Mike. It's been a long process, but I am having a ball, and I can't wait to see the finished product.
Okay, and I am Shalicia Treat Allen. I am also one of the co-directors, and I play Captain Faith. She's the smart, classy, sassy captain, the boss of Gable. She's kind of like the head person who's over the whole case that goes around on Art of Deception.
I like it.
The character. I'm very nice and sweet.
Okay.
That's what she say, though.
Right. And I am D-Money the Prince. I play Gabriel. She say she's nice. She's my captain, but she's not nice at all. I'm the lead detective on the case, and my character, I'm something like
on a training day. You know, like I got one foot in the street still. You know, I'm covering the main case, but you know, I'm holding back. I know more information than I'm letting my captain know. You know, because of my background, I'm tied into the streets too. So, you know, having a blast playing this role. Man, I can't wait till it's done. I can't wait till y'all see this project. But yeah, my captain is definitely not nice. She stays on my butt. She stays on my butt.
We got Lincoln and Mia.
Lincoln.
I'm gonna jump up to Lincoln.
Oh my bad. I don't want to step on nobody, so I was just waiting.
That's fair.
I'm Jesse Kendall. I play Lincoln, and my character is he's like he run the city to a certain degree, and I say his background. He comes from a horror background. He lost his parents probably at an early age, and basically he gets mentored by Harvey, and he's like he acts like he don't know too much, but he's being a little subtle with everything, and he's almost like a step ahead of people at the same time. But I say I'm just so excited on everything. I'm just ready for everything to be released and to come out. Cause there's some talented people that I'm working with, and it's just a great experience about this, dealing with all these different people and actors.
That's awesome.
I'm just
Yeah. I seen a thing. I thought it was Mr. Lincoln, though.
Mr. Lincoln.
I'm just...
Stay corrected, Mr. Lincoln.
Don't respect that man like that. He don't deserve that.
My bad, Mr. Lincoln. Don't do my prodigy like that. You leave him alone now.
Man, hold up, man. We don't want no trouble. Come on now.
I just want to make sure we keep that copacetic. All right.
It's cool.
I got to go into church again.
Oh, I'm just teasing. All right, we've got one more.
No.
Yeah, man. It's DJ Shoeshine right here, man. And I play the role of Sean Bowman, man. I'm that guy. I'm a player. I'm suave with it. I got a nice swag, man. Pretty much, I want all the territory, you know what I'm saying? And pretty much everybody that's doing the hard work out there in their territories, I'm taking credit for it, you know what I'm saying? So basically, kick back being lazy, taking all the credit for all the hard work that everybody else is doing. So, man, I just want to say that being a part of this project, man, it means a lot to me. You know, it's a motivation booster for me, and I can't wait for the world to see it, man. Not only is it a good series, but we got a good soundtrack on the way, so you don't want to miss nothing of Art of Deception. And make sure you follow the Art of Deception series on Instagram at Art of Deception series. Let's go.
Yeah, and I'll make sure to link that, everything that you guys need linked in any kind of description that this will be released on. So. Perfect.
One more person that's being shy. You know she's in the background being shy, right? Everybody know who it is.
That must be me.
Everybody know. Yeah, everybody know who it is. No, Crystal. No, you're right. Crystal.
Is it Crystal or Mia? Which one? Crystal or Mia?
Or Maya. We call her Maya sometimes, too.
Not answering to Mia today or Maya today. She said she's Crystal. Y'all better get it right. Crystal, say something. I'm here. I'm Crystal. I play Mia. I am the daughter of Harvey and the wife of Lincoln.
Mr. Lincoln.
And Mr. Lincoln. Sorry. Sorry, hubby. Basically, my character trying to take over my father's business, and I am a independent businesswoman who's, I don't know how much you told him about the thing. So can I say? I don't know
yeah, you can tell. You can tell. You go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, so I am going to be trying to avenge my father's death. So
Okay.
you're gonna see me. You're gonna see a different, probably a few different versions of Mia. She's not one person. She's multiple people.
Oh, that's great. So it's a very drastic character arc kind of thing.
Yes.
I like that. Alright, so we've got the characters. I got a bit of the synopsis of the overall show with our phone conversation last night. But if somebody wants to take over with what the synopsis of what is the art of deception about, in a sense, for those who don't know.
I guess to start it off, I'll go first, then everybody else can just follow in line. Right now, we just the whole plot of Art of Deception was, the way it was created, was actually going to start off to be a short. So it was going to be a short that was based on two mob bosses that one take the other one out. They fall out, and then the daughter seeks revenge for her father. So it was like the Art of Deception was she was going to set up like the other side into baiting them in, pretty much like set them up to get them what she want them, and then pretty much take them out. So it's going to be like a female assassin type of deal, but it evolves into a movie, then went to a web series. Correct, KJ?
Yeah, that's
correct, KJ. Co-writer, you co-writer? Come on, don't chop in with me.
That's it, man.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. So, and then from there, it develops into like everybody is pretty much. It's pretty much like this. It's pretty much like everybody has their own motive in the Art of Deception of what they trying to do. It's kind of like urban Game of Thrones almost. You know, it's kind of like that. If you know the whole concept, the whole setup of Game of Thrones, you know, it's like everybody got their own idea of how they want things to go. So everybody is like focused on that, you know. So every character have their own motivation of what they try to do for the city. Boys, Gutter City, Quiet Indy, and the different parts of, you know, because Mia is motivated by revenge. Sean motivated by, you know, power. I'm motivated by power. Christian just want to be respected, right?
I really want to leave.
She want to lead the life, you know. And the detective, Faith, she's trying to crack. She's a hard worker, so she just want to, you know, crack the case of Harvey and stuff like that. So she's pretty much up on her reputation of being a hard worker. Gabriel is pretty much trying to win back over a city that failed, which is Gutter City, which he grew up at. So he's pretty much playing both sides. He's playing the good guy, and it also is like undercover, like trying to win back his city and rebuild his city. So Lincoln is also like a mentor, being mentored by Harvey. Harvey is like an old school boss, mob boss, which is trying to pass on the legacy to the next generation, but he don't want to leave the mob boss gang until like they are groomed up enough for you to trust them to take over. Raymond just want out the life because he see an end coming, and he just try to help you get out while he up while he on top. So you'll find out if everybody actually achieved their goal by watching the show.
That's awesome. That sounds great. I'm a huge fan of Game of Thrones, so that is another thing that makes me super excited about this. But yeah, I understand what you're saying with all the different storylines and motives and stuff, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, because all these guys are like different actors. They can go through the line and tell us like how they get into character, how they go with the whole process of getting into character. But they're all on it. It's pretty good. They like really, really good at what they do. So they can kind of elaborate on what's their process of getting into character, learning the script, and performing, you know, the scene.
Yeah, for sure. If we want to go, do you want to just keep with the? Can we remember the same order as we did the introductions with? And then if I ask if you guys have a way to get into character, or you can just jump in, however. And yeah, it'll be. How do you guys get into character? I take it. I don't want to assume, but is there any like method actors in this group right now, or is there or do you have like some vocal technique to open up and get ready to perform each scene? Let's go through that process.
Well,
Actually, everybody that's... Yeah, go ahead.
oh, I was going to say, well, what I normally do to get into character is, of course, read over the script. And I grab my fake gun and get dressed in all black and have a Newport. And I just zone out, you know, find that dark place in my life, and I'm ready. That's pretty simple for me. Yeah, that's my process.
Just get in the mindset kind of thing, yeah.
Yeah, just, I mean, to get into that whole character, you know, dress the part so I can mentally go there.
For sure, for sure.
And with me, Captain Faith, I used to watch this show, First 48, and it's a cop, it's a Memphis cop, and a cop in Miami that I really, really love, and they like really, really feisty. So I kind of just invited him for a second, and I just feed off whoever I'm playing with at the time, and most of my scenes have been with Gable. So I mostly just freestyle, really, truly. I feed off of whoever I'm going with, and I just go off of what they say, and then I go. So I just invited those cops that I've seen act real feisty, and I just go there with it.
Okay, it was me, Mr. Gabriel. What helped me get into character, like I say, when I was describing my the character that I played, I just think about Denzel and Training Day, man. Like this like all time, man. One of the best good cop, bad cop, you know, actors, man. And so like I just try to embody it, man. And it starts, like you say, it starts when as soon as you put on your uniform, you know, you put on that shirt. As soon as I put my clothes on for characters, like I just start feeling it, you know what I'm saying? And just, I ad-lib a lot too, and just make it realistic, you know, if possible. But yeah, I just try to do my best Denzel impression.
I like it. Denzel and Training Day.
Oh, yeah, you shine, yeah, man. You know, the one thing I do, man, is to get into character, man, I just, you know, meditate, you know, make sure that, you know, before I get into my acting mode, man, that I talk with God, make sure that, you know, He's the reason for everything that I'm doing, you know what I mean? And also, too, some of my inspiration, also to get into character, Tupac, when he played Bishop and Juice, and I'll even say another one, Will Smith, when he played Mike Lowry in Bad Boys with the swag and, you know, how the dress and all that stuff there. So it's pretty much with me.
Okay, yeah, we're getting this. Nice.
What is making this?
Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead. Now you good.
Oh, okay. Well, for me, Mia, it's kind of easy for me to get in character because I can relate to her a lot. You know, my stage name is Chrissy Allure, and that's what I be doing. I be luring, and I know how to entice very well. So it's simple for me.
Sounds like a sex operator on the phone, don't it? Is what she said? Man. Why you doing like that? Yeah, I know how to lure. I know how to... Better watch out for her.
I saw her 655, pay $5 for 15 minutes.
Hey, Mia is a mystery. That's one thing y'all gonna find out about Mia in this movie. She is a mystery, for real.
Right on.
Well, as far as me going into Lincoln, how I get into character, I cut my little gospel music off, and then I throw in my little Tupac, and I play Tupac. No, I'm bullshit.
Hey, gospel music, you do some crazy stuff when you play gospel music.
No, I just scene. It depends on what scene I'm doing or who I'm doing the scene with. Then I try to picture it in my head and try to portray it that way. But I just say it's you go into a mindset that character, and I try to like stay there. Like I think she was trying to say it is like I'll watch up on the movie the day before how I think that character should go, and then I just try to portray it as such. That's just how I try to get into character. And then I do feed off other characters that I'm interacting with at the time.
Yeah, it seems like you guys got a good off-camera connection too. So it's probably like good friendships there and everything that makes it work better with the actual process when you guys are together, right?
Yeah,
like
it's true. And we get together one day, we write a scene out, pass it out, and knock it out in an hour. Solely because we have good chemistry in this group. That makes the workflow even better, you know.
Yeah, it sounds like that. Like I've been watching. I've looked through your entire Instagram page for the past like 3 days. So I'm watching all the behind the scenes and everything, and it makes me see that you guys do have good chemistry on and off screen. It looks like so. I'm excited for this. I've said it many times. I'm excited for this web series for sure.
Man, thank you.
Yeah, we appreciate that, man.
I forgot to share. I was just listening to everyone. I got distracted by my parents. Y'all forgive me. This is Tremont here, aka Harvey. Harvey is a character, one of the bosses. He's partnering with Raymond. How I get into character is that I actually watched the series Luke Cage, the bad boss guy who played on Luke Cage, who owned the club. He's kind of mild, cool kind of guy. Not so much as roughneck of a gangster, you know, but he's about business, you know, but he's real cool with it. But I mix it in a little bit of that, but I bring in the reality of, because of what we do in running actually a corporation rather than just a straight street hustle, is that I keep my mind in as a boss. My dad, you know, who's been an owner and a boss for practically all my life, you know, that's all that I know I've seen him do. You know, I kind of learned how to switch on that hat to whereas to become that. I'm running the show. So my mindset is always is business. However, at the same time, how I delegate with the people is determine who the character that I'm acting with. You know, some I'm a little bit closer with than others. So my demeanor may be a little bit more leaning, much more laid back, more friendly. You know, but at the same time, even though I'm cool, calm, and collect, I'm to the point. This is what it is. There's no slacking. There's no hee-hee, ha-ha. Let's get to it. I'm about not only just this paper, but in the development of the business. You know, so with that being said, make sure I got my script and I feed off of the actors that I'm acting with, because their energy really enhances my energy, because there are such great actors on this, you know, phone. So therefore, it just pushes me to have to go to another level as well with that. So it really kind of, you know, gets me to the tone of staying, you know, in my character of who I am.
Fantastic. Yeah, personal opinion, Luke Cage was one of the best Netflix TV shows. So I know who you're talking about. I can't remember the guy's name right now, but yeah, the big bad guy. Yeah.
Yeah, that guy that threw somebody out the top of the building, huh? Come on.
Yeah, then laugh and smile about it.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, that's what you call cool crazy. You throw off and then you still go back to normal sanity. Yeah, something wrong with you.
Yeah. I love it. All right, and this one, just jump in if one comes to mind. But I imagine this process is a learning curve for a lot of you guys. So if there is any like major times that you found was like a learning curve or like a surprise that you guys came to and you overcame, like is there any crazy crazy blooper stories or anything on set or behind the scenes that you guys dealt with or want to talk about?
Okay, to all the old cats that been here for a while, from the beginning. come on, y'all could, hey, I'm just gonna let y'all give me the green light to go, or y'all can give me the red light and say, nah, don't do it. I can't wait to be here. Hey, Lincoln, I'm gonna let you call that one. Hey, Lincoln, you want me to go? You want Lincoln call that one? He the one, he got to go on that. You want to go in on that, or you want me to say something about that, or you want to leave that alone? Which one? From the beginning, last summer. You know what I'm saying? We started last summer, correct? Yeah, last summer. We started last summer. So you know how the whole beginning started. We were scouting actors, and how you was brought in and everything like that. Not the whole story, but the gist of how that was a learning curve for a lot of us. So do you want to talk about that, or you want to leave it alone?
I say go ahead and just a little bit, because you don't want to.
Yeah, we could dabble here and there, and then y'all could take it in. I'm gonna touch on two parts. One of them is Mia had brought something to me, and she was like, this is Crystal. I'm gonna get it right, Crystal. Lure, or that's how you say it. I'm right, Crystal. Okay. She said something like more and more she got into character. She wanted to go shoot the first scene with Gabriel. The first one we shot was with Gabriel and Mia in the tunnel, right, on Clyde Fair. So she got so far into character. I told her it was good. I told her it was perfect, but she was so professional with her character and so into her character, and she kept shooting and shooting. She was also wanted to reshoot her first scene, which it was good. It was good, but I understand where she was coming from with it, because she got so comfortable with the character. She grew with the character and everything like that. So, but yeah, that was one of them. The first one was I ain't gonna lie, we kind of got off to a bumpy start a little bit, because it was me as the creative director, and then it was another guy, which we brought in, Tree, which was co-directing and also playing the character, and then KJ, which was co-writing too. So it was kind of it was another guy named Chris, which was we had kind of creative differences what direction to go. So that's why it's kind of it was the beginning was kind of bumpy. We shot a whole lot, we wasted a lot of time. So now when we get to set, we focus. All the actors are focused. We went through a lot of trial and error, reshooting one scene over and over, days and days. So now when we get to the set, it's I learned some stuff as a director, writer, and actually dealing with different actors and letting them have the freedom to say, hey, this is the script. But if you find yourself hey, I could do better, I could do something, I could bring something to the character even more, it's they have the freedom to do that. And I think that frees them up to kind of bring the character more alive. So y'all can add on to it if y'all want to, whatever else, I'm done with that.
I mean, yeah, it's expected to have bumps. We're a brand new crew getting together, trying to fill each other out. So that was a fun time. But as a character, for me, just being comfortable in front of the camera, that's hard. I'm normally behind the scenes, directing people or shooting, with the camera. I'm never in front, but playing Christian has helped me to find my comfort zone in front of the camera. I still have my moments where I think I'm on cue, and I'm not. I'm still learning how to get my cadence together, but
when you was walking, when we was doing that scene without the sound.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you was I don't know if it was cold outside, because I got leaking like that in Harvey like that too. I got him out of that cold. I got them out of that code. They was looking like, okay, let's get through this.
Lord Jesus.
Yeah, it's hard to get your cadence because, you know, I know I'm not supposed to be thinking about how I'm walking, but I'm thinking about how I'm walking. Cause,
You was skipping.
yeah, I'm
Stop lying. You was skipping, though. You was skipping.
you know, it's been a learning curve, but I am definitely embracing it to the fullest because I don't know where this scene could take me, but I do want to be ready when I get there. So, yeah.
And just like KJ, I'm used to being behind the scenes as well. They actually ambushed me to be. I wasn't in the movie at first. I wasn't in the web series at first. For some reason, somebody just rolled up on me one day. Oh, you just got to do this one scene. You just got to do this one thing. That's it. Then that one thing turned into, well, hey, how about we add you right here? They add you right here. And I'm telling them I'm not an actor. But for some reason, they think I'm an actor. So it's been kind of a learning experience and getting used to being in front of the camera because I'm used to being behind the camera, and I'm kind of like a control freak. So I'm not used to being like in front and having to listen to people all the time and kind of take directions. So that's something new for me. I can admit that or whatever. But it's been fun. You know, I'm glad my first time being in front of the cameras with them. You know, it's a great experience.
It's a real big learning curve. It's a big learning curve, especially when you in front of the camera and you don't know how you doing, and you gotta. I'll ask Mike probably like 1,000 times, did I do good? Is it what you want? Even though he say, yeah, I still ask another question. I still ask like Christian is or anybody else, like, is that okay? Because then again, you don't want to not perform as good. Because they see it, but you don't. So you still got to go with it. And especially when Mike want to have you out there with, in 20 below zero, talking about, we need to knock this out. Lord Jesus. Yes. I still owe you for that, Mike.
Hey, when we did that, and Christian, it was raining that day, and I had to wrap the camera in plastic because I didn't have the cover. I didn't have a cover, like a cover for it. Wasn't drizzling that night that we did that shot? Yeah. No. It was cold that night. Yeah, because you know what? I stepped in a puddle of water that night, and I got wet from the waist down that night. KJ, was I wet that night in the freezing cold?
It was freezing.
And then it was raining also?
It was beautiful. Lovely.
No, it wasn't.
I mean, for me,
it was a beautiful scene for you, but not for me. Not for the guy behind the camera.
Hey, of course not. I was the one on scene. I was the one with the camera. I was good though. Yeah, he was wet.
But I agree with Tree. Like doing the acting, you know, you have to shut your mind off from being a director when you have to really zone in as your character and just forget about how you're looking on the camera. It's the angle, you know, because I'm like that too. Like I'm so used to directing. To the point when I'm doing my character, I have to actually zone out into my character and forget about everything, even how you looking. And that's something that I kind of like, I guess some of the actors, they start trusting me more. Like, okay, you look good, you straight, you know what I'm saying? Like, just go with it. You got it, you know? So that's one big thing that you trust me enough now to be like, okay, yeah. You know, at first it was like, oh, this dude just ain't it. He just trying to get it done, you know. He got me looking stupid out here, you know what I'm saying? I don't even like that shot. I don't like that angle. You know who that is. I ain't going to say no names, but I don't like that angle. Don't show that. Can you shoot me from another angle? Like, no, we're going to use that.
Shoot me from the ladder. I like that angle better.
So it sounds like kind of all the same. It's tough to pass that trust into somebody else to make you look good and to make sure they're getting the shot that you see in this character and everybody else, so like it all blends together kind of thing. That's kind of what it sounded like most of you guys were saying. Yeah, that's great.
You have to have that trust and that goal of those thoughts, that insecurity while you're on camera. So you have to have that. Very important.
Yeah. So you guys started shooting last summer, you said? How long how long before that would you say that this started? Like, when was the first idea of this? Because I imagine
Actually,
there's
the
a...
first idea was born in February of last year. So it was just an idea that I was sketching out, and then I just had it sitting around, just like writing it out, like the outline of it, because it's supposed to be like a trailer. Like, to be honest, like that's the way it's supposed to be, like a trailer. And it started out to be then Chris came along. Chris Warren came along. He was an actor that I had did some work with him and another director named Justin that's from Dark Side Film in Texas, in Longview, Texas. So I was working with them on the set. And Chris started following me on Facebook, and Justin started following me on Facebook. After that, they just started hitting me up for ideas. I co-wrote with Justin for a couple shorts, and then Chris was saying, I want to get in front of the camera, act more, so can we film some? I said, I got an idea. So I pitched the idea to him. He said, cool, we want to do it. He get some people together. That's how I ended up meeting Lincoln. That's how I even met Lincoln. Lincoln came to and he fit the guy named Lincoln. Like, the idea of Lincoln, he perfectly fitted Lincoln. So I was like, okay, yeah, you're perfect for Lincoln. So then everybody started falling into place, like Munchie playing Raymond, you know what I'm saying, KJ playing Christian, which it morphed, because it didn't start like that. It morphed into this, actually, like, more and more, it morphed into this series.
Right on. That kind of, you saying Lincoln is kind of, you said that's when you met Jesse, who is kind of Lincoln, or...
Yeah, I met Lincoln through Chris, which we was co-writing. Me and him was I came up with the idea that he came and added some more people into it to feel like those boys, those characters, and that's how I met Lincoln. And then from there, it's like we just kept growing from there. So it turned into like a web series.
Oh, that's awesome.
Last summer in spring, this was just a trailer and a short. And then from there, it turned into like a movie, then turned into a web series. So it just grew from there.
That's fantastic, yeah. This could be a fun game. I just thought of it. Sorry I didn't give you guys any warning about this one, but it could be a funny opinions from cast members. Who in the cast would you say is the most apart from their character? So, like, they have to make the most drastic change from their own personality to become their character. Is there anybody who stands out?
Lincoln. I go to church. Now they got me shooting, killing, sneaking, doing all these other things. Now I'm just playing.
Hey, now that's your real life every day, right?
I just don't put out there. It's airing out, ain't it?
I would say you, but I don't know how everyone else feels. Me, because I'm more of a light person. I shine bright with the light type. I don't do dark as well, so it's hard to try to stay in that dark mindset. Actually, when we did our last shoot, Tree kept telling me to stay in my dark mode, but every time I would walk under a light, I would just beam. I would just start glowing. It was just hard. Even though the set was darkened, that one light just lit me all the way up. So for me, it would be me to me. Because it's hard, man.
Yeah, I have to agree. I think it is you.
Yeah.
Because you playing a real kind of evil type of person, but you really, your slogan is it's all love and happy and flowers and skipping and stuff, and that ain't you in the, it's you.
You know, I gotta go out here and kill somebody and then, go drop a body in the ocean, and I ain't got time for that.
Yeah, it's you.
Yeah, I'd say the second two right behind her would be like Harvey and Raymond, especially Raymond, because he do stand-up comedy. He playing like a serious, mob boss. you know, and when you meet Munchie, he's always joking, like back and forth, joking nonstop. So when you say action, he pretty much playing like a very serious role. And also with Tremont, if you see Tremont on a regular basis, he's giving you hugs and talking to y'all and like, you know, telling you love you and stuff. But then we cut the camera, he got your ass, and you know what I'm saying? Just gonna blow some stuff up and do all this stuff and tell somebody, hey man, I need you to go do a hit. Yeah, go blow that warehouse up, and you know, it's this whole different story. So to me, almost like the whole cast is like almost a little opposite of who they really are. Except I'm gonna take that back. Tree, is that true on your character? I don't know. You think you're kind of a little bossy. I don't know.
I'm not like my character. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Hey, D-Money. The last is D-Money. Was she a little bossy in your scene?
I don't know.
He must be gone.
He was chimed in on me.
Hey, don't worry about it. I got the video to prove it. I'll go ahead and post it up.
Whatever. They like to say that I'm a little bossy, but I mean, yeah, okay. I can say that's partly me. I can say that. I'll admit it this time. But okay.
Yeah, cause Sean is more of an outgoing person, and he don't let people do stuff for him. So his character is like everybody's baby him, doing stuff for him, taking up for him, and he's not aggressive enough. So that's kind of different from his character, his personal character. And he is shy in real life, but when she gets in front of the camera, she's acting and everything. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think D-Money, I think he is close to his character. I'm sorry. Like, I don't know, because he's kind of like, his personality is, like, not the moves he makes, but the personality, that is kind of him, kind of, you know, kind of like laid back but cocky and kind of, you know, just, yeah, I think that's kind of him leading. It's savvy.
Okay. Right on. Yeah, you guys basically answered my my second question then, and saying there's nobody really that goes on set and just can be themselves to be their character, eh? Like, you guys got, it sounds like you guys got some people who are debatably close, but nobody that's the character's written for them, basically.
I think they inspired on me. I think they wrote that character around me. As far as Lincoln, I kind of disclose everything that's going on because I still got some pending cases. Yeah.
What? You got some pending
Lincoln, we couldn't even get you to smoke a fake cigar, so
Like disclaimer right quick. Just put the disclaimer up right quick.
He said smoke a
I do not know who this dude is. He just dropped into the scene and we said, oh, we scared. We just gonna let him shoot. Just record him, y'all. You know, I don't know who this dude he's talking about. I don't know what he's talking about. You got pending cases? You got pending cases though? Oh, okay. Okay. Replacement for Lincoln.
ASAP. You gotta find somebody ASAP.
No, I can't get not smoke. Bad for you, man.
No,
That's my boss, you know they don't smoke.
Hey, I'm saying it, right? They kill other people, not kill themselves.
that's okay.
Alright. So, yeah, it sounds like this is a first for a lot of you. Is that correct to assume, or how long have you guys, each of you, been in the industry or interested in the what your guys are doing, like the type of work, I guess?
But this is the first for the majority as far as acting goes, right, guys?
True. No, me and Tremont, we go way back. So Tremont, yeah, we go way back in the acting days. Yeah. But no, me and Tremont did theater at the Straight Theater through his mom, which wrote gospel couple plays, so we did that. And also I did stuff at Northwestern, at doing film at Northwestern and stuff like that. So it's kind of like I wasn't behind the camera, but it's like I was like always like the sound guy or the camera guy or something like that. I wasn't directing it. Also, I just like, this is my first project for as director. Everything else, it was just editing, doing like editing, sound technician, stuff like that, or co-writing with somebody else, stuff like that. So this is our first big project. It's all our baby. It's not just mine, it's everybody. So that's how we treat it, like it's our baby. So we're going to nurture it, put it out, and work together again, because this is where we try to start a network, actually, because we're using like local actors, we're using local artists, everything, showing Shreveport from a different light, Shreveport, Louisiana.
Yeah, and with me, Gabriel D. Money, I started like my first acting debut was actually in probably 2008, 2009 in Soul Man with Samuel L. Jackson and Bernie Mac. I was just an extra. I didn't have any speaking roles, but one song I was an extra in, and I just got a buzz for it. So that was my first one. I also appeared in the movie Snitch with The Rock. I think that was around about 2013, something like that. So it's just like been acting in a couple other little small things, but this is my major role. This is one of my biggest roles that I had in acting, and it's really my favorite one too. I had speaking roles in Snitch also, but this is my favorite one. Like I get full character, like get to show a little bit of my personality along with like say just embodying the storyline, man. And they say it's still my baby. It's all our babies, man. I'm just excited about it. Like this is gonna be like not just because I'm a part of it, man, but when y'all see it, it's something that you're gonna watch for years after.
Yeah, and I agree with Gabriel on the phone part. I just have to say personally, especially when Michael called me, because I've been knowing him for a long time. I also been knowing character Sean too as well for a minute. It's been fun, and each of the characters that I'm meeting, it never ceases to amaze me when Michael talk about them, how good they are. You trust people's word, but sometimes you have to still get the experience for yourself, because that's what people feel about people. But everybody that I've met, it's been fun to meet them. I enjoy them, and acting's been great, and it's been like exciting, because I come from a family, Michael know this here, but a bunch of characters for the most part. Well, except for me. I'm more the laid back, I'm a laugh at you, and have fun, but I have my moments, but it's been exciting, to kind of see, and you get to find out there's things like this here, too, that I want to say personally, that you find out about yourself. I didn't really know on what level, besides the play that we did with my mom, till I started with Michael, and I'm like, oh, okay, all right, well, I can, and the more I kept doing it with them, the more it's like, I'm enjoying this, so it's like that little buzz, that you do kind of get that good buzz, especially when you got people, that enjoys it as well, and you're having fun, like literally, almost like looking forward to it each and every time that we have a scene to do, for us getting together. It's exciting, it's always like that people don't understand that. It's just like with a job. You may not even like enjoy the job, or that's not even your career per se, but you can operate so much better when you got people that you can at least work with,
Yeah, this is my first time acting. I've done some modeling, but this is the first time I've ever had to do scripts and really act. So yeah, I love it though. I really do love it.
And this is my first time acting But I've been in video production for 13 years. I've been on the set of 2 short films, and I was the editor of one of those films. So behind the scenes, I got, but that's good. In front of the camera is the rough part for me. So I'm loving it, and I can't wait.
Well, I've been acting since 1988. Understand that you can ask my teacher, my principal, my mama, they always tell me quit acting a fool.
I love
So
that.
you've been playing that part for a long time, huh?
That's a good one.
Long time. Ain't stopped yet.
What happened?
Sean left the room? What room y'all in?
Maybe he stopped paying attention like D-Money did for a little while.
Oh, yeah, because like, money came out of nowhere. Like, it came out of nowhere. And I was like, what? Who is this? I was like, money must have been. Look, D-Money just reached back in. Like, he went to sleep and took a quick nap. Like, yeah. I heard what y'all said that time. Hey, but look, I'm currently in the studio. Possibly got something else for the soundtrack, you know. So, you know, trying to juggle 2 things at once. That's another thing. Like, everybody that's in the film got their own thing going on. That's why I really admire everybody that's in the film, because they got family, they got work, they got their own businesses, their own hustle, their own dreams going on. It's kind of like working hand in hand with what they got going on, because it's like through the film they can like draw that attention to what they got going on for themselves, you know. So that's one thing that I was like, okay, this is gonna work out for everybody, because D-Money do like music, so he can like be seen on both ends, like on soundtrack and inside the film. So it's kind of like everybody can like benefit off of it, but also show their skills as far as what they do for as art, because that's all this is about. To me, it's about the art. Like, you know, people showing their face, showing their skills, showing what they do. So when people see that, they can kind of like say, okay, let me find out more about this person. So when they find out more about that person, it leads into other stuff. Say, oh, well, they do that, they do this, they do that. Oh, that's cool. So it's kind of like that. You know what I'm saying? Just displaying people's talent from a different angle. You know what I'm saying? Plus, nobody really like a big-time actor. So, but everybody is acting on a different level, though. It's kind of like Tremont and Lincoln, when they in the scene, they challenge each other. You know, same thing with, like the scene we did with Sean and Kristen. You can kind of tell, like, they had good chemistry, and they was, like, vibing and stuff like that. And so it's kind of like, yeah, it's like, you know, when you get on set, you got to step your game up with these guys. And then it gels so perfectly, too, because our cast is so close-knitted, you know what I'm saying? So, like, we do stuff with each other outside of just this movie, you know, and we all support each other, business, other things that each other do. Like Michael has the 24-hour hustle. You know, when I go out and do my shows, it's the apparel that I wear every time. You know, Kid, she's a producer as well. She makes beats as well. I got her on my project, you know, so it's like almost everybody Shoe Shine. I've been knowing Shoe Shine forever. It's like, you know, it's a family, you know what I'm saying? So it's like when you get on the set, man, it's easier it's easier for that chemistry to be there because we already rock with each other, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. Yeah, a lot of these guys, like, well, all of them is professional. So when you like get on the set, I noticed that I never had to like tell nobody. Not like I'm the daddy on the set or nothing, but it's like, I never had to tell nobody, like, hey, man, let's get serious. Like, everybody comes to the set and everybody's, like, serious. You know, it's serious, like, let's do this. Like, let's get it done. Like, when Tree comes to the set, it's like, okay, let's run through the line, and she's like, she become like the drill sergeant. She like, drill sergeant. She like, yeah, we're going to run through these lines. Do it again. Like, you know, and I'm like, oh, and I don't have to worry about that because I'm, like, setting up the camera and everything. I'm like,
Yeah, Mama Tree got it over there. She got it. She taking care of everything over there. She taking care of it all over there. You know, she got the little belt on her head. Oh, you better get these lines right. Yeah. You gonna get these lines right. Get your face right. Do that face right. Yeah, you better do that thing. Yeah, you better get your face right. Yeah, I need you to say this with him. I need your face to say this. Yeah. Hey, D-Money, did she tell you this, D-Money, when we did that scene on the street? Did she tell you do it like you did it at home? Like I told you, do it like you did it at home. Yeah, practice at home. Do like we practice at home, boy. Yeah. Some behind the scenes. Some behind the scenes came out there. Everybody was supposed to do it. I saw three eyes get big. Hey, boy, you know how we did it at home? She over here showing out. Now everybody on the scene looking like, oh, okay, that's why he... Okay, that's why he...
We get it right and we get it right?
Always. It's great. Like I say, I'm having fun, man. It ain't just work. Like I say, it's fun. It's fun, so... Like I say, I love it.
That's awesome. Yeah, it sounds like everybody's having fun with it, but they also are serious enough. Like, they all want to see it. Like, you all want to see it succeed. It's everybody's baby. You guys have said that a few times now, and I can really tell how passionate everybody seems to be about this project, and it makes me very hopeful and very excited to see when the episodes come out. Do you guys have any kind of a planned date for that yet, or like like in the horizon? Like, do you see a release coming soon, or is it end of the year, or like where do you guys at with that?
Hopefully by the end of May we have everything wrapped up. I know we doing everything independent, and then on a busy schedule, so it's kind of like we got to get in while we fit in with the schedules, you know, because a lot of these guys, like I said, like D-Money, he tours, he do music, he do shows and stuff like that. Tree got a production company. She's also doing other films and doing other productions. Same thing with KJ. Lincoln, he's a busy guy. And also, Crystal, you travel a lot, right? You still doing modeling, correct? Travel a lot, back and forth, doing stuff like that. So sometimes she's busy. And then also, Shoeshine, he also DJs a lot. So it's kind of like we got to get in while we fit in. Yeah. Munchie do stand up. Yeah, Munchie do stand up. So sometimes he's on tour right now, actually. Like, he goes here, a lot on the weekends, because that's what he say a lot, because his shows start like around 7 o'clock, and sometimes he's in Mississippi and different places like that. So it's kind of like, we just trying to do the film as, the schedule allows us to, So hopefully we'll be through by May, put it out. In the meanwhile, we'll drop trailers, and then we'll start dropping episodes after that. After May, we'll start dropping episodes. Maybe we come back on your show and do some more interviews then after the episode drops.
Yeah, absolutely. Keep me in the loop. I definitely wanna know. I feel like I'm gonna try to be one of the first watching it. That's for sure. Yeah, I've basically asked all my questions. Anything else you guys want to talk about right now? We can just open up the...
Okay, I would like to say this. I'm very proud of this project, being that you have a lot of individuals that come from being a boss in their own individual project. And a lot of people like to say people can't work together when they're used to being the top person in their organization, that they can't come together with other people that's used to being the top person in the organization. And I think we're proving that wrong. Like, we got as we went, like say, we got our foot on their neck with this one, because we all work together so well. It's like each one of our specialties come in and just complement each other so well. It's like a beautiful, one of them beautiful back in the day R&B songs that just come together so well. I feel like that's what this cast is. It's a beautiful R&B song that come together so well and make a
I come outshine me because I started singing. Look at you. David Ruffins me right quick this shit.
As long as I'm one of the members that stayed in, even when there were changes in the group, as long as I'm one of those.
KJ came with a fur coat and did the split and came right back up in slow motion.
Y'all silly. I was being serious. Y'all just take it. Just see them come up.
I like the comparison you're making there. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. It's great.
Can I say something? Let them use you, baby. Let them use you.
Yep, go ahead.
Okay. Oh, I just wanted to also thank my lovely makeup artist, Kiki, who is actually Mike's wife. She always...
She in the background right now. Hold on, y'all. Put y'all hold on. Everybody say hello. Everybody say hello to Kiki.
Hey, Kiki.
Hi, Kiki.
I appreciate you.
Hey, her. She is the other cast member that I'm talking about. Look, if we need, no matter what we need, Kiki got us. You heard? Whether it's candy, whether it's mosquito spray, you know what I'm saying? Peppermint, bottle water. You need some tissue. Got a little boogie. Kiki got you, man. Straight up.
Yeah. I said, where'd she get that tissue from?
Right.
And even when you cold, she get you hot cocoa.
That's all right for you here. Shout out to Kiki.
Yeah, I know you was happy she left that vehicle running for y'all when it was cold outside. But y'all was freezing.
Clutch.
Yeah, she always come in and clutch, man.
Also, y'all want to plug in y'all social media?
Ladies first. Ladies first.
Thank you. You can follow me at on Instagram at KiddTNC, KIDDTNC, and on Facebook at Christiana Johnson.
My Instagram is Crystal Cherie, CRYSTALSHREE. And I am Lions_Productions on Instagram. And it's just Trulia Allen on Facebook or Lions Productions LLC on Facebook.
Gabriel, D-Money, man, is D-Money, the Prince one. That's on Instagram and Twitter. That's DMONEYDAPRINCE1 on Twitter and Facebook. Twitter and Instagram. My Facebook is Demetrius Harris, D-Money, the Prince.
And what's your Gmail again?
Yeah.
Your MySpace page.
SoundCloud.
Reverb Nation. Yeah, let's put out Shine stuff too. DJ Shoe Shine and Instagram, on Twitter. Facebook is Marcus Allen. Crystal's still on, right? I don't think Crystal's
Yeah, I'm
still
on.
But oh, you still on? Oh, okay. We plug Munchie Comic. Is that correct? Munchie Comic?
Yeah, comedian
Munchie. Comedian Munchie. And that's on Instagram. Yeah, what is this? Facebook. That's it, both of them?
Yes, it's both of them.
Okay. Who else we got that's not here right now?
Hey, Munchie is hilarious too. Make sure y'all follow Munchie. Man, this dude is hilarious. He's one of the upcoming comedians, man. This dude is.
Me, Michael Gibson on Facebook, and I am Van Cruz on Instagram. Go follow Art of Deception on Instagram, and also like the page on Facebook. And also, we got YouTube, so go to subscribe to the YouTube channel also, or Deception series. I think we got Gabe. We already did Gabriel. We got Lincoln, and we got Harvey.
For Harvey, aka for me, it's my Instagram is Tremont Johnson, TRAMONE, last name Johnson, and my Facebook, Tremont Johnson, TRAMONE, last name Johnson. And my Gmail is Johnson Tremont. It's the last name to the first name, Johnson Tremont 82 at gmail.com.
See, now he put it out there for real. He put his email out there for real. He did. I thought he was going to get his phone number, too. I was grabbing the pen. I was waiting on his social. That's what I know. You're right about that one.
Well, my Instagram is Mr. underscore Kendall. And our Facebook is Jesse Kendall.
All right, perfect. I will link everything, all those socials in the description. Thank you guys for taking this time to talk to me. It was a great interview. And
Man, but thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you. We really appreciate it, man.
Yeah, appreciate it. Also, tell them what's your Instagram name so they can follow you on Instagram so they can keep up with you also.
all right, yeah, my Instagram name is just my name, Jeremy Allery. The last name is spelled Alarie. And yeah, you should be able to find me. I followed quite a few of you today, I think. But any last words?
Just tune in, man. Tune in. When we start, make sure you tune in.